Got the camera, or do I need to do it?
I know, I thought about calling you, so you didn't miss me. I know, sorry. I'm sure I'll have to warn you. Right? Now we can go to the motion. Oh, God. I'm probably glad you've been calling him all the time, but it's all fun. You all agree. I know, right? Yeah.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to our team meeting. Thank you for being on time. We're a little behind. We had some technical difficulties, but we're all good to go. Please don't spam people. You might get sued. So.
Please don't what?
Spam people. Cell phone, please be quiet. Break with you on Friday. Conferences are not off personal office. Parking spaces, don't park in that middle island section. We'll get yelled at. And mailboxes are now multiple drawers, so don't say I don't know where my mailbox is. Sorry. Yvonne, come on up. Our on-time grant sponsor, Yvonne Nelson.
Good morning. Trying to see if my coworker is on here. I'm Yvonne Nelson, and I am with Fidelity Warranty. Proud spotlight vendor for your office. My coworker, her name is Tara Wells. Sometimes she's on. She is the representative at the Fair Oaks office. So between the two of us, you know, one of us is always helping sponsor an event or shred day or picnics. Things like that are fun. So anyway, I'm happy to be here always. We do have a drawing prize, but two things I wanted to bring up. First of all, brochures are in the back room. I can send anybody a PDF. And I always try to have a helpful tip of just something home warranty related. One thing I'm gonna mention is don't wait till the last minute. So Jenny, if you've got something in escrow right now and you're gonna be closing, you know, Friday, if you know there's supposed to be a warranty on it, double check, make sure somebody has ordered it. If you haven't done it yourself, make sure you've got a copy of it and make sure it's right. I get a lot of phone calls at the last minute, which is fine. I can do them ASAP for you. However, getting the invoice to your escrow officer so that the part of your closing sometimes gets problematic, and had one yesterday where the escrow officer typed back after it was ordered, it was closing, I think today. And her comment back to me was, we've already signed everything. Whatever that stuff is they have at the very end, the statement or whatever, it was already all done. So then that leaves you trying to figure out how to, we've had that before.
Are you pointing at me for?
No, no, only because you're in my eyesight, but now thinking about it, we've done this. So anyway, if you know there's gonna be a warranty because it says so on the contract on page 3 on the bottom, don't wait till the last minute. Sometimes your lenders need a copy also because some loan programs, it's mandatory for a warranty. Anyway, I'll help any way I can, but I just need the information. Don't forget also to, when you're looking at the brochure PDF or the hard copy, make sure all the right options are on there. We can't, Jenny, we can't help. We can't help. We can help your client after the fact.
Okay.
If it was supposed to have a pool and it wasn't working. So I'll be helpful as much as I can. All you have to do is ask, and then we'll figure it out.
Awesome. Let's do our iPad drawing.
Better be hope, Jenny.
I hope Jenny.
Yeah.
Dexter Bar.
Where is she?
iPad drawing winner.
At our vacation, how was the DR?
Oh, it's great.
Hi, Ben, I'm surprised you're back.
There you become with the coffee.
Well, there you go.
Not serious.
You just need to get licensed there, you go back and forth.
Well, I like the one in the group.
Thank you,
Thank you,
John.
Vaughn. All right, it's time to go something good. I know you got some good stuff out there, so I know good stuff. I'm talking about. Not everyone's doing it. Jenny.
It's my dad's birthday today, and I'm very grateful that he had here on the 3rd.
Happy birthday to your dad. Awesome. All right, who's next?
My daughter got her driver's permit.
They
drove home.
Yeah.
I'm thankful for that.
That is a blessing, I do agree.
Tell me something good.
And that's why I was in the car. So.
Alrighty, well, I'm asking for a women's clothing donation for something I do out of my office called closet. It's after my grandmother, but what it is women that in the community looking to interview don't have money to purchase clothes for an interview. They can come into my office twice a month on a Saturday and pick up a blouse in black for free. So I am looking for donations, gently used clothing, black slacks, any color blouse, top, dresses, whatnot. So you can bring them here and I'll take them.
Do you have any like marketing thing like you could that we could post
Yeah,
on our Facebook
yeah.
page?
I was gonna send it out to you guys, via bonbon. But yes, I'm trying to take in donations.
Thank you, thank you.
I'm going to Greece at this end.
I've got something good.
Oh, go ahead, Amy.
I would like, if you guys see Melinda Tucker walking around the office, I want you to give her 2 pats on the back because she had 2 accepted offers yesterday.
Hey, congratulations. Come on, Linda. I don't think we're on line. Rich.
Yeah, so, I got some new swag, right? Got this shirt called, it says Charge the Storm and a couple other shirts for mega camp, so I will not be here next week, Monday through Wednesday. If you're going, I hear a lot of great things and there's gonna be a lot of great speakers about new swag, and I'm gonna be in Austin next week.
Where do you get swag like that?
Online.
You just have to, if you register, it'll take you to the swag page. And you
Yeah.
get swag.
I think you can go to Red Label too, and you can look up the swag.
So if you're going to Med Camp, don't worry, just know we will be sending out, we're gonna have our own happy hour. There's a region happy hour and a office happy hour we're gonna be doing on Tuesday night, regions on Monday night. So we'll let you know those things. And so looking forward to Mega Camp. It's gonna be fun. But we got a lot of trips. Mega Camp, Machu Picchu. Rich and I are doing a tough mutter.
Next
So,
Sunday.
I don't know, I might come back injured, so. All right, let's move forward. Latest construction updates from Fair Oaks. So Amy.
Hi, everybody. I am so excited to let you know that they have started on construction. I don't know if you can see, but they've ripped a bunch of things down and now they're building new things. It's fantastic. I am hoping that they will have this construction wrapped up by the end of the month and we can get back to in-person meetings at Fair Oaks, in-person training, all of the things. I'm so excited about it. So if you have any time to stop by the Fair Oaks office, come see us. We would love to show you around.
So we are expanding. We're gonna have a whole brand new team training room in there, team meeting training room, up in Capitol Valley, Fair Oaks. So we're very excited about that. Thank you, Amy.
Yes, thank you.
Congratulations on your first closing. Koise Lee, so congratulations to Koi. I'm not even thinking about it. Put her first closing, so I'm like, she's killing it. So congratulations to her. That's one. Welcome, Rick. Oh, there you are. I saw you. Give us something more about yourself, then.
Not much to tell. For this, I work at a farm. My hobbies are, I play the I just want to say, I'm just glad to be here, be a part of what you guys got. Happy to be here.
Awesome. Welcome, man. Welcome. New listings. Who has a lot of listings now? If you looked at the August numbers, actually, August numbers are actually trending up. So more listings, more pendings, and more closings in August, actually quite dramatic. So, and it's trending at about 50% rate above where we were in July. So I think some people are figuring out it's not going to crash and burn and die. And so I think a lot of people get back to the market, including a lot of listings. So here's the new listings. Remember, this will be posted on Facebook group as well if you want to do internal off market. Actually, there's a lot of off market deals happening. And not to point out Jenny, but she's doing one here. Here, so congratulations. So this board, so it's time. Oh, just closed for just a week in August. So in 1 week, Atwell has closed 4 deals. Who wants to close 4 deals in a week? She's a machine. Laura Miller, 3, and she is by herself an individual agent. Laura Miller up in Fair Oaks, 3 transactions went. Eternity, 3. Jeremy and Michael, Taylor and AZ, 2. Alita, Andre, Kathy, Christy, Janelle, Jenny, Joshua, Julian, Coy, Marco, Sarah, Savannah, Katie, and Francine, all one. Congratulations to everybody. It's time to pick your listings. Yeah.
I don't have personally, I'm pitching it for a friend. Pitching a listing for Amy Coleman. This will hit the MLS on Friday. It's 3948 John W. Young Street, which is right down over in this little development right over here. It's a 2-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 2-car garage, 1,309 square feet, 2-story, built 2017. Granite countertop, stainless steel appliances, upgraded cabinets. Each of the 2 bedrooms has its own attached bath. It'll be listed at $470.
Thank you. Congratulations, Dane. Who's next?
I got my Antelope listing coming up, so if you have anyone in Antelope, 1,088 square bedroom, 2 bath, it's being remodeled right now. So if you have any buyer lower 400s, let's look at the area, big lot size, big backyard. So you want to come by and look at it. No, I already had one person come by and look at it. So
Awesome. Congratulations, Luke. Anyone else online or I'm here? Pitch your listings? Oh, no one has listings. Are they all getting a contract? All right. Luke. Agent file audits are happening at the DF certificates, insurance policies, MLSR activations. So what's this mean? We are updating our files. This is a reminder. We're agent files. We have to keep agent files on hand for DRE investigation purposes. This is the law. We are updating these. That means we're going to look for, if you renewed your license and didn't send us your new certificate, we're going to be emailing you to ask for that. Also, if we're not named on your policy, we're going to ask you to have us endorse in your policy. And some of you still haven't paid your MLS or SAR dues. We get nasty emails from SAR and from Metrolist saying you need to pay your dues. And so if you hear that from us, it's just us telling you because we're getting yelled at, right? So please.
Yeah, they're threatening to charge.
Yeah, and if you don't pay, they charge us, and then guess what happens? We go to your credit card and we charge your credit card. So if you don't want unexpected charges on your credit card, please sign up here. Okay. Mega Agent Camp coming next week. I'm super excited. I think we have 8 people going right now. So 8 agents going. Mega Camp coming. 100% agent focused. So Mega Camp is all agent focused, strategies to thrive in any market. Networking with top producing agents is probably the best thing to do right here at Mega Camp is network with top agents. World of potential referrals. A lot of people are moving to Sacramento. I get calls many times a month on people who are wanting to move to Sacramento and need help. So all Gary all day. So we're super happy. There's still a chance you can get into Mega Camp if you want to now. Sign up. Hotel, there are some hotel rooms still available. So if you want to get there, we can make it happen. We're gonna have a lot of fun. Yes.
So something about this too, going back to Mega Camp of old, where it's they're not gonna have breakout rooms or anything like that. It's gonna be everyone, Gary, and a telecom. So that's pretty much how they're going with this.
And if you've ever been to these trainings where Gary's there interviewing a panel or interviewing people, it is an awesome. You will learn so many ahas. It will change your life actually. My first Mega Camp changed my life. Changed my whole career. So I love it. So we'll be there and we'd love to see you there too. So, all right. There's lots of lights. There is a KW Captain Valley Facebook group page, but we have merged the two pages. So for those of you who are on the Fair Oaks, if you're using the original Captain Valley Fair Oaks group page, that group page will be shutting down. It will be merged with Sac Metro. Well, there is already one, so please sign up. If you're with Fair Oaks and using the old one, please join this new one. It will help you because if you're putting out there for your advertiser listing or one help or open house or something like that, you're going to have more agents on the joint Fair Oaks KW Sac Metro. So please do that. Upcoming committee meetings. I know Jenny wanted.
I did?
You're a star today.
I guess. So I think I'm up here to encourage everybody to join our, I'm on the social committee, so I would love, I know several of you guys here are on the social committee. I know Francine and Raul head up the culture committee. There's a lot of really cool things that are going to be going on. The social committee and the culture committee are going to be doing our trunk or treat event. Do you remember the date on that? October 28th. So put it all on your phone. Make sure you're all here for that. It's gonna be really fun. Last year it was a huge success. What, 1,200 people?
It was
here?
crazy.
It was insane.
It was
It was a
insane.
lot of fun, and it's a great way for all of us to meet each other and get to know each other better. And on the social committee side of it, we are ramping up for our biggest event of the year, which is our holiday party. And we're stepping it up this year. It's gonna be so take your phones out right now. First of all, put it in your phone. December 2nd, Friday, December 2nd at 6 o'clock. I want to make sure you're all here. We're going to do a really big push and get as many of our agents as possible to attend. It's going to be really fun at the Sequoia, which is located in the downtown area. Friday, December 2nd. It's really nice. Do you have a question? Oh,
Trying to see what time. What time are you doing it?
it's I believe 5:30 or 6. I cannot remember off the top of my head. It's going to be cocktail attire. We're going to have music, food, drinks. We even have a special guest coming, so it's going to be really fun. But if we would love and encourage anybody who wants to help us with those committees to let me know and love help. And it's a great way for us to all get to know each other better and to learn some new skills too.
Awesome. Thank you, Jenny. Just so you know, if you want to help with these programs, you love help putting on social events or helping with our volunteer community events, we need volunteers, we need help. So please join the Open Social Committee tomorrow. Growth is happening today. If you are interested in doing and expanding your downline, that will be happening today at 2 p.m. We have had good success with getting agents or prospective agents to career nights and also getting a lot of referrals. Thank you, Luke. A master at talking to people about getting them into Rose. I think we already got like 7 or 8 people tending toward your downline. So
Open houses and door knocking.
or open house and door knocking. He's like, do you want to buy a house? I'm like, no. Do you want to be an agent? Yes. So yeah, that's so thanks, Liv. And then also next Wednesday, tech committee. So please enjoy these committees. They are there to help you. You will learn a lot. And a lot of people are like, I want to get to know the better, bigger agents. Your AOC is the ones who's chairing these committees, and this is a great way to get to know them as well. 1031 exchange tomorrow, 11:30. Lunch will be provided. Frank, you're here, Frank. So, Frank.
Good morning, everybody. Frank, entitled. I know some of you, not all of you, look forward to meeting you all. So Sheila Long is going to be presenting tomorrow here. Food's going to be served by her. So we have 11 people so far signed up. If we could get more, obviously she wants to have the handouts and food available. She's going to go over the exchange, new changes, realtors roles, and the reverse exchange details. So it's going to be 11:30 to 12:30. I mean, where else would you want to be? So hopefully we see you tomorrow. Thank you.
Thanks, Frank. The investing side of real estate is still going very strong these days. So please, if you have a lot of people, I talked to a lot of agents with their clients wanting to do 1031 exchanges right now. So please, if you don't attempt these and not just go into it not knowing what you're doing, because our biggest, hairiest case this year involved, which went to mediation, involved the 1031 exchange because people didn't follow the deadlines and the agents had the right checks. So you can get a lot of trouble. So if you said, I want to do a 1031, I have this investment to sell, you're like, I got to sell buy. Don't just do it. Okay. So come to class so you can know what you're doing. Mega Mastermind, this is for 10 million and up, August 18th, 12:15 to 2:15 to 3:15. Here in the office, Karen Well, we're gonna be masterminding with her in this market, how to do a high level business in this market, your business going, and then Ignite is moving to Monday, Tuesdays with Bonnie, 1 to 3 p.m. So new time, new dates. So if you have agents that, or you want to go, you're going through Ignite, it's starting again next week. 1 to 2 on Monday and Tuesday, and then she'll be up in Fair Oaks Wednesday, Thursday, teaching at the Fair Oaks office, those same classes. So if you miss one here, you can also go to Fair Oaks, catch the 5 there, starting at 8:24. Success Mastermind, this is open to any agent. Rich and I'll probably try to bring Megan in, she'll hate it because she doesn't want to speak, but I'll make her do it anyway. So we'll be in here and we're going to lay it out. We're going to talk about the market, what we're saying to get our clients. How many listings we have, Rich? We have 6, 7 listings right now. 7 listings.
A few coming up, yeah.
Yeah, a few coming up, and I think we have 5 escrows. So if you want to have success in this market and do it at a high level, we're happy to sit down with you and talk about what we're exactly doing to talk to people, find leads, convert them to appointments, and close them in this market. How we're getting listings and how we're getting buyers. We're happy to share everything, and we want to make it a great discussion for everybody on how to find success. So, I don't know.
Megan has suddenly become unavailable.
Megan will be missing. She'll be sick on this day. So. Scripts and strategies every Tuesday through Thursday every morning, 8:30 to 9. If you want to be here with Rich and sometimes Bobby and Luke, I know comes in. Scripts and strategies.
Steady.
The secret sauce is showing up. So.
Luke, why don't you share what you've been able to learn from our script practice?
Yeah, I think everyone's missing out, honestly, because the last thing you want to do is be talking to a client and say something extremely stupid. It'd be better do it to Rich or. So
that was extremely stupid.
But the reality is I'm learning like, oh, dude, I should say that, or I should say this, and I should say this. And it's preparing me for the scenarios that I will cross dealing with clients. And what better than to practice with someone here that you know, care about versus somebody that may not know that well and care about.
Yeah, we all know football season's coming up. They actually start training back in April, right? They start their OTAs and all that stuff. I'm a big football guy, right? But this is going to get you help sharpen that tool, build up that muscle. That phone gets lighter when you're here, right?
Yeah, whose phone is heavy when they say make calls?
When you don't know what you're going to talk about, right?
Yeah.
But if you're calling an old database, whatever it is, pull the projection screen up, sit there and listen to myself or Verbal or Luke and take notes, what, when, where, how, and digging in because logic makes you think and emotion makes you act. We're learning to ask the right questions.
Right.
So imagine you were talking to someone at an open house and you had no fear about what you need to say or do to convert that client, right? Would that not be an awesome feeling? Awesome. When I tell people like, you need to listen better, they're like, I do listen now, but you can't really listen if you're worried about what they're going to say and how I'm going to answer, right? So scripts and answer stuff.
And Rich is good. I will say, Rich or whoever's listening to you will listen to you, analyze you, and afterwards we'll discuss it. You know what you did well, what you did not do well. That way, you know where you went wrong, and you learn not to do that to your clients.
What you did well in your opportunity.
Exactly.
Thank you, Rich and Luke. Speaking of that, mega power hours coming from United Home Group with Randy Christensen, and I believe that he's coming. That'll be September 9th, 8:30 to 10:30 in this training room. Please be here. It will, if you have not heard Brandy and Putty script and talk, they are very high level scripters. I can tell you that much. They can convert at a very high level. I'm excited to bring them in. They are coming here just for you guys to show you what they do on the United Home Group to close. I think they're number 2.
They have over 300 agents throughout.
Over 300 agents. I know they're trending toward 3,000 transactions. And they're coming here for you. If you don't show up, then I guess you don't want a business. Yeah. Horse in the water. Make a drink. Okay. So thank you. Here we go. Oh, listen.
Agents, hi, Brandon Green here, and I am coming to see you in Sacramento on September 8th to do an entire day workshop on your profitability. Now, if you're like, oh, I don't know if then this is the course for you. I mean, let's face it, the market is changing rapidly. We're seeing interest rates rise. We're talking about recessions. We're looking at the impact of the huge fluctuations in the stock market and what that means for our clients' buying power. But really what it means is, hey, what are you doing around your finances? It is time to get really serious about that if you are not already. So we're going to be doing a deep dive on things like profit and loss statements and balance sheets and taxes and investing. And we'll take some of these timeless topics and put them in the context of exactly what's going on today to make them timely for you. So if you've been waiting for a little kick in the butt around your finances, then this is the time to do it. So join me for an all-day class. And by the way, I promise to make this topic fun. So if you're a little overwhelmed by it, you need to come see me. We're gonna have a great time. I will see you on September 8th.
So we're so excited to have Brandon Green coming to us. He's going to teach us the alchemy of money on September 8th. Please, please, please show up for that. We actually have a lot of RFPs outside the office for this. He is going to talk to us about money and wealth building. He is an avid investor and wealth builder himself. I've been to his class. It is amazing. So and if you have a myth or lack of understanding about finances and don't have any shame around this, this will be a good way for you to get on board on what it should look like, what you should do in this market. So, the one thing, save the date, Trisha Rowers is coming on September 13th. Actually, it will be, we have the venue, it's going to be at Bold. So those of you who were in Bold last time, it's going to be at that same church. Save the date. Please, 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 I highly recommend this. If this is the secret to success, if you want to know how to be successful, this book, one thing, changed my life. This is what I model my systems and models after for my personal life, where we do our intentional journals and things, and it's based off the one thing. And I highly recommend you be there. Some of us went through it, and she was awesome. And I guarantee these 3 hours will change how you think about your life. And if you have a lot of negative self-talk, it will talk even more. It's amazing.
What's the time?
We don't have the time yet, so I'll let you know, but it's probably going to be midday or something like 11 to 2 or something like that. But
We need an RSVP or buy a ticket.
there are no tickets. It will be free. The region has agreed, your Northern California Hawaii region has agreed to pick up the bill. So kudos to them. We kind of, the TLs in the second region got together and kind of browbeat them into it. So
What about the alchemy of money? Do we need an RSVP or buy a ticket for that?
no, you can show up for that.
Okay.
So show up for that.
Okay.
We need RSVP for this.
For this, you have to
Yeah,
RSVP.
sorry.
For this, you have to RSVP. And actually, no, I think we will do RSVPs on alchemy of money because we do have limited seating because there's a workbook and things like that. So.
Does anyone use your code again?
Yeah.
So QR code, we need to RSVP for this because we do have workbooks on this one. And then as soon as we have the lock down the time, we'll have the invites after that. So. All right. I'm super happy. Is Aubree there? No, so. I'm super happy to bring Aubree Lewis. She is coming to our team meeting virtually. She is going to talk to us about how she does gets leads through a particular thing called Golden Letters. I can tell you, our team has instituted this for about a month now. A month. Fourth week. We actually did this on our team as a way to generate leads, and we have gotten six contacts, 6 leads, 1 appointment for those leads so far. 4 database that we're working on and following up on. So yeah, so we're doing a lot to have success. And if you scroll this slide, just as proof, in 2021, Aubree and her team 221 did 116,000 ROI, 121,000 closed GCI. Ooh, who wants that? Wow, is that nice? Amount invested $6,495 right now in this, and that's what she's doing. So Aubree, I wanted to bring you on so you can tell us more context around these numbers and what you're doing to have success. We're very happy to have you here as part of our market center.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me back. I'm excited to go over everything.
So
So-
go ahead, get started. Tell us what you're doing.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So I run a team here in Greenville, South Carolina. And this has been something that, Golden Letters has been a complete game changer for my listing business. And it's something that when it was first brought to my attention by my MAPS coach, it was, hey, Aubree, try this. We're talking about it. Don't change it. And so that is something that I took to heart when I'm a little bit of a rule follower when it comes to like, do this, do it consistently, and then you'll have results. So at the time, we put it into practice, and we immediately started with. My coach is Dina Watson, and she said send out 100 letters a week, and do it where, like, if you have buyer clients that are looking in a certain area, if you don't have buyer clients that are looking, go to your market center, find somebody else who has a buyer client. So with that, that kind of launched us into Golden Letters. And you should have a copy, I believe, of the Golden Letter, but it essentially, the letter, I didn't change the template that was given to me by Dina. So it says, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Homeowner, I have a buyer client that is interested in your home because it matches the general specifications that we are looking for. If you are interested in selling your home, please feel free to reach out. Here's my phone number. And then each letter was hand signed. So we printed out the letters, and the letter was in hand signed. And I don't change anything about it. I've been doing it now for a year and a half, a little bit over a year and a half, and I still haven't changed it. Then the next step to that is you take the letter, and I pull my list just from general tax records that I have access to. So if I know the general price range, beds, baths, square footage, so on and so forth, I pull that area. And usually I do it by neighborhood search or from a radius search until I get around 100 addresses. About 6 months into doing the Golden Letters, I will say that we were seeing success, and we were also seeing some market changes here in our local market. So I did up that to 200 letters. Now, the other things about the letter that you're not going to want to change is, so these letters go into just a standard envelope. Now, the only thing that I have played with is the color of the envelope. I either send them in just a standard white or a bright red envelope. And those letters are hand addressed. So I hire people that go through, and I am doing other things. So they go through and they write 100, 200 addresses a week. I give them the list. We have a stamp, return address stamp, that is then used on every single envelope, regular forever stamp, and then they get mailed. On average, I can expect anywhere for every 100 to 200 letters that I send a week, I'm going to get anywhere from 2 to 5 phone calls. And those phone calls pretty much go like this. Hey, I got this letter in the mail, and it says that you have a buyer for my house. I go, well, thank you so much, Mr. Seller. I'm super excited that you called. And I send those letters out for 2 reasons. One is because we do actually have a client that is looking in your area for a home that is similar in specifications to yours, like just the general information that the general public can pull. So I'm not lying when I do say, like, I do have somebody who is potentially interested. And then the other reason is just, are you looking, if you're interested in selling or if you need to sell, here's a resource. I would love to, provide a price or talk about what it looks like to sell if for some reason the buyer that we sent these letters out for doesn't necessarily want to move forward on your house. And then the conversation just flows pretty easily into a regular LT Mama script. So if you're not familiar with that, it's, okay, where are you? And I say, okay, where is your house? Like, what is your address? And they go, oh, my address is da, 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 da. And so I go, okay, great, 123 Main Street. And I love it whenever I get these phone calls in my morning lead generation time, or if I'm at my computer at all. What I usually do is I run a very fast, just as I'm asking them questions about their house and their needs, run a very fast CMA. And a lot of times what ends up happening is they couldn't care less if I actually have a buyer or not. They're usually calling for one of two reasons. It's either one, they actually have to sell and my letter just hit their mailbox at the exact right moment. I can't tell you how many times that has actually happened. Or two, they're just calling because they're like, well, if you offer me the right price, I may be interested in selling. What this has turned into now over the last year and a half is some really strong follow-up, where initially we had the phone call come in, but they just weren't ready to sell, or if we could bring them an offer off market, they were like, okay, well, that's cool. How does that work? And so it was really fun to be able to do that. And I would say out of every 3 phone calls, I usually convert at least one of those to an actual listing. And I mean, currently I have 2 houses on the market that are specifically from Golden Letters. One is at a $475 price point, and another one is at a $275 price point. And all just from this letter. I can usually guarantee I will put at least 2, if not 3 houses on the market a month that are specifically from the Golden Letter. Now, what's also fun on the other side of this is if you get a phone call from someone who's looking to sell, they most likely have to buy a house as well. So you get another transaction out of it. The most transactions I've ever received out of just one letter was last year. I sent one letter and we ended up doing 5 transactions from that one letter that I paid 85 cents for. So it's one of the largest ROIs that I've had to date on my listing business. And it's just simple. You just have a conversation just in a LT Mama script. And the biggest thing that I can tell you is don't change it. So you send the letter, you keep an idea of like who's calling in, make sure you use your CRM to record their information, because nothing is worse than taking one of these calls and not being able to convert it and then seeing it on the market 3 to 6 months later. I've been there, it's happened. Like, I don't convert 100% of these. It's also fun to see when we've sent this letter to a neighborhood that maybe hasn't seen a lot of listing traffic in, I would say, a year to 3 years. And all of a sudden there's listing inventory that shows up in this neighborhood. So if I don't get one listing in the area, there's going to be inventory almost guaranteed within the next 3 to 6 months. And that helps out my buyer client. So that's basically the gist of it. What questions do you guys have for me? I know the system has been talked about a lot, but I would love to help you guys out. If you have any questions, put them in the chat or
Yeah, Aubree, I do have some
yeah.
questions. I know we have some numbers, so, I know your team closed 105 units last year, is that right? So,
Yes, we did.
and how many do you think were from the Golden Letter campaign? So,
There were 20, so a quarter of them. So about 23 units.
so how many here would like to close 23 units from sending letters? I just want you to know that, like, I have a lot of conversations with agents that are like, I just can't get on the phone. I don't like, I'm an introvert. I'm an introvert. I don't like, harassing people. I'm like, what is more
Yeah.
more non-contact than sending letters, right? Can you sit there and stuff a letter?
Correct.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, no, go ahead, Howard.
Yeah, so I think, for those, because I don't necessarily like sitting down and doing the cold calling thing either. However, the most important thing other than not changing the letter and just doing the system is answer your phone every time, no matter the area code. I can't tell you how many times I've talked to people who try to implement this system and then I watch them not answer a phone call. And I kind of go, you have to answer your phone. They're not really going. I've had maybe 2 people in a year and a half send me an email. And other than that, they call. So I get like 2 or 3 text messages, but they call. So that's what I would say to your introverted people who don't like calling, that maybe you should answer your phone.
Awesome. And can we go over the numbers? Oh, you have a chat question?
Yeah, so we have a couple chat questions here.
Yeah.
Happens when you do not have a buyer and the potential seller called? How do you respond?
So I always have a buyer in mind. I don't send letters out unless I have a potential buyer. When I say that, the script is usually like, hey, yes, absolutely. This house matches, I'll send out, what is my script? So I say, thank you so much for calling, like go through the original script. And then I will say, hey, like if for some reason this home does not meet what my buyer is looking for and they don't want me to continue this conversation for them specifically, I would love to continue this conversation with you. However, I will let you know though, whenever I get a chance to come see your house to make sure that it is the right fit. So for example, I have a appointment this afternoon where I said, hey, your house is one of the older homes in the neighborhood that I can see, and there's no pictures online. So I have to be able to see this in order to make sure that it matches what my client is looking for. It's in a great neighborhood. However, if for some reason it's not the right fit, I am going to have a conversation with you about what it looks like to put the house on the market and to actually sell. Are you open to that? Is that okay if I come with that intention? And a lot of times they'll be like, yeah, like, and I tell them like, I'm going to show you where I get my numbers from. So I prepare for it just like a regular listing appointment, not anything different. And if I send letters out without a potential buyer, then I feel like, just for me personally, I'm legit just sending it out to look for business. So I do have another thing that I say a lot to these people who call is I go, hey, we promise our buyers that we are going to go above and beyond and do something different. So this is me keeping my word that I am doing something different for my buyer client. And that's why you got the letter. And so a lot of times like that immediately just takes, wow, okay, you're doing what you said you would do. You're not just trying to spam me just to get my listing.
I will say, if you don't have buyers in a particular area, we have 300 agents.
I'll be a buyer.
We have buyers.
Yeah, we have buyers. So
Yes.
like, if you feel unsure about that, just go talk to the agencies. Guaranteed, they'll say, here's all our buyer list. This is where they're looking. This is what we need. and guaranteed you'll have buyers in just about every neighborhood you can think of in Sacramento. So you don't have to be your buyer, you just have to go find that buyer. Yeah. So.
Well, and I want to add really fast here too. I had a buyer about 4 or 5 months ago that they wanted to be in this specific area, and they had missed out on a house in that area like 2 or 3 times already, like in the crazy multiple offers we had. And we added one thing to this letter, and I wrote on a sticky note on every single letter, Josh and Laura Smith have been beat out on multiple offers 3 times. They would love to bring you an above market offer. Please call me. And like that was handwritten as well and put on the letter. And I got more phone calls from that because it was almost like I made a connection. So something different to do.
So put post-its on your handwritten post-its on your letter. Yeah.
And so we kind of have a follow-up that kind of just went along with what you're saying. What if they ask what the buyer's name is, want some more information on them, and if they're a legit buyer?
Yeah, I mean, if they're asking me for my buyer's name, like I always know who we're looking for. So if that's, the Joneses, the Smiths, like whatever, like I will say their name. And I also run a team. So I have somebody else that's pulling the lists now, and there for a time, like I wasn't working any buyers, and it was all just coming from buyers agents. And that's part of me as being the business leader. Like I wanted to know these clients, these people. A lot of times they were buyers to my sellers. So I would just say, like, you run a business, you should know who you're sending those letters out for. If it's for, your friend Steven in the office that has a buyer, you say, hey, I sent these out for my friend Steven here in the office. His buyer is the Smiths, and they are looking in this area. And I said that I would help to find them a house.
That's the question. Can you put the slides up? I want to talk a little bit about your ROI on your home letters. So.
Oh, just a little bit there, right?
So we have that slide up. So can you go over those? Do you see those numbers yourself? So.
I am on a speaker view, so I can't see. Let's see. Well, I've got them right here. So 2021, with that, so we spend, goodness, maybe $800 a month right now, if that, doing 200 letters every month. And I would say, like, when you break it down, it's ridiculous the amount of money you spend. So 2021, the entire year, we spent right around $5,000. GCI closed was 121,000. I don't know how much you want to, like, I'm okay spending a couple dollars for every letter to make that much more money. And then I will say this, and I want to just note this here. So this year, we have seen a big change. Back in June, so January to June, we saw pretty much our just steady phone calls. People that were interested in the letters and, like, why did I send them and what's my price and so on and so forth. In the last 4 weeks, I've had more phone calls on these golden letters and potential appointments than I have in any one. Like, I have 4 listing appointments on Saturday, and 2 of them are from these golden letters. And I get phone calls like this, just interested in the area. And what we're finding here in our market is that it's almost like everybody woke up when the market shifted back in June because interest rates went up. And so we have more people that are moving for jobs. We have more people that are like, oh man, we don't want to miss out. The FOMO is real. And so this year, because of market shift and just what we're seeing in general, I would say we're still on pace to make over 6 figures on our golden letters with what's just what's currently in pipeline right now is actually under contract. And if you want to look specifically at my coming soons, there's easily probably another $20,000 to $40,000 sitting in there of houses that'll end up getting listed before the end of the year.
So, yeah, go ahead.
We got some more questions here. Megan is really asking a lot. They're asking, how long have you been sending letters? What does your follow-up plan look like? Who follows up? Does your ops team follow up? And how long have you been mailing letters to your targeted?
Yeah, so I don't normally repeat areas with the golden letter. If I repeat the area with a letter, it's going to be a general farming letter. Or if I had a listing specifically that came from those golden letters, I know those people have seen my name already. They've seen my marketing. And so I like to send out a general farming letter afterwards. And I have one neighborhood in particular right now that I'm on my like 4th or 5th listing in 6 months. And we just send out the just solds. And they see my signs all the time. It's great. Overall, I've been sending letters for a year and 8 months. So doing that, haven't changed them. And my follow-up plan. So this helped me grow into the next organizational model of KW. So I recently hired 2 ISAs about 2.5 months ago. And I had to do that because of the sheer volume of phone calls that we receive, and we have another lead source that's producing a lot of buyer leads right now. So if anything, this has definitely catapulted us into ISAs follow up with the golden letters, and it's just a general, hey, you called, we wanted to make sure you had any other questions, are you looking to sell, so on and so forth, general follow up. And then this also springboarded us into hiring a listing coordinator. So we went from doing maybe 2 to 4 listings a month to doing, now I put 2 to 3 listings on the market every week. So I was taking enough listings and I could project it enough and it was consistent enough that I went ahead and I made another full-time hire. And she takes care of all of our, from the time I sign a listing agreement all the way to closing, which is pretty cool. So she's been with me about a year now, and that opened up a new position for us.
Awesome, congrats. I love how you leveled up your team with this program, so.
Yeah,
any other
definitely.
questions? Okay. Aubree, I just want to thank you for coming in to us. Is there anything you want to impart with us? I wanted to know also, oh yeah, here's the letter. And this is important, don't change the letter. Trust me, even within my team, they were like, we should change the letter. We're like, don't change the letter.
No, I've seen people change the
Other than
letter
you
and
gotta
it never
post it
works.
with your buyer's names on it, right?
That's the only thing. Yep.
But hand signed, hand addressed, that's the way we do it on our team. We use a red envelope, like you said, Aubree said.
Yep.
Multicolor, we do purple, yellow, pink, red.
And we cost it out.
Yeah.
But if you are looking for listings or more business, a consistent flow of business, you're an introvert, you want people to call you, this is a great way to do this. And Aubree, I really appreciate you coming back and doing this. I really appreciate you putting
You're
this
very
on there.
welcome.
Can I ask one question?
Oh, yeah,
Aubree?
Rich.
What was your follow-up plan? How long did it take for the first one to crack?
Oh, goodness.
We're in week 4 of ours. We're in week 4. We've had an appointment that got rescheduled. But we have some follow-up. Sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. So I would commit to this for 6 months. Like, don't change, like it, pretty much any new lead source that I introduce to my team, you're not going to, it's the same thing with real estate. Whenever you start a business, it takes you probably on average, I would say 3 months to gain a pipeline. Well, this is going to take you a little bit of time to get the script down, to sound confident, to get people into your pipeline from this. And I think that's something. So commit to it, 6 months, don't change anything, answer the phone every single time. If you have somebody on your team who can do it, if it's just you as a single agent, I promise you can do it. And you can do things for a season. So I'm a mom. I've got an 8-year-old and a 5-year-old, and married. Like, I have to live a life that is still, where my dreams. And so for a season, I committed to answering my phone whenever it rang, no matter when. And like, I won't answer my phone during like meetings or stuff like this or anything like that. But if I'm saying it, I'm like, hey, I'm so sorry, I'm going to be rude when I answer my phone. Or hey, like, my family was behind me as well. They knew that I was implementing something new into my business. And so it was very important to do that. But commit to it, stay consistent for 6 months. If you're just going to send letters out for a month or two, you might see some results, you might not. I may go 2 to 4 weeks without converting a listing, and then I convert 4. It's just really one of those that you've got to keep up with, you've got to keep going, and it will produce decent listings.
Awesome, thank you. So Aubree, I know you're in Georgia. We're in Georgia. If we have a buyer coming from, a seller coming from Sacramento, Georgia, how can we send them your way?
Well, if they're coming to Georgia, I'm not going to be able to help them, but in Greenville, South Carolina.
South Carolina, sorry. My bad.
Yeah, Greenville, South Carolina, we cover the entire upstate. I will put my contact in the chat box here, but at the same time, if you go and you Google my name, Aubree with 2 E's, Lewis, you'll find my website. I have an awesome new YouTube channel you have to check out. And then also you can email me at my name, Aubree, AUBREE, at theaubreelewisgroup.com. And I would love to help out anybody that you have come in this direction.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Aubree. We appreciate your time.
Thanks.
Everyone, please, if you're interested in this program, please implement it. Obviously, I know we've reached out to Aubree before on help on how to implement this, so please reach out to her. She's happy to help, very responsive. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, Aubree. Have a great day. Go sell some homes.
Bye.
Oh yeah. No meeting next week though. No meeting next week. We will be at Mega Camp. So a lot of us will be at Mega Camp. So we'll have the meeting follow. The meeting following will be awards. So awards. Monthly awards. Thank you, everyone.